How's it going, Gold Squadron community? As you guys know, for most of our content, we strive to make it family friendly. For the 6 games of Swiss for the Ace Flight Club Championship, we are actually rating it as PG-13, aka not family friendly. So if you are sensitive to either foul language or crude humor, I would suggest you not watch the Swiss games for this if you are, again, sensitive to that. If you're fine with that and you don't have any issues, then hopefully you enjoy the game. Hello, everybody. My name's Dio Morales, your host of the Gold Squadron podcast, and we're coming to you live from round 3 of the Aces Flight Club Championship. If you're not familiar with the Flight Club Championship Series, this is the end. This is the last event. And what happened is we had 4 qualifying events where players, depending on how they placed, with how many wins they got, they were placed in a different championship event, so we could have championship events at all levels. Now, this has inspired some changes for the future. I'm super excited to bring those later on. But that's neither here nor there. We are right now in the Aces round 3. Now I'm joined by Darren Granger. He's about to break down the lists, and then I'm going to open up the Choose Your Champion poll. Go ahead and break it down, Darren.
Hello, everybody. So on the left-hand side of your screen, we've got Samuel Dameron, no relation to Poe Dameron, flying 5 Scum Y-Wings. Now, these are the new Y-Wings that have just come out, in that they are the Janata Security Officers. So they're Initiative 2, but it gives them a tech slot. So we've got 3 of them, which have automated targeting priority, ion cannon turret, and thermal detonators. And then we have 2 of them with dorsal turrets, ion torpedoes, and R3 astromechs. So there's a combination of arms there. And then on the right-hand side of your screen, we have Patrick Hanson flying the Separatist Alliance, and he's got Zamwessel in the Fire Spray with Count Dooku, thermal detonators, and false transponder codes. General Grievous with Daredevil, Impervium plating, and Solar Swan. And Sunfac with Predator and Gravidic Deflection. Interesting, we're seeing Sunfac here, whereas we've seen a similar list to this before, but with Brower. So it's interesting that he's gone with Sunfac. Is that because Sunfac's now been added to the hyperspace format, Dion? Do you know?
Let me go ahead and check our doc here. Give me one second. That's from our GSP trending doc. Points trending doc. Give me a second. Let's see. I don't think so. Nantext, Sunfuck. Nope, he's always been hyperspace legal. I think it's because of the addition maybe of a couple more Initiative 6s. Yeah. Some more Initiative 6s popping in. You don't quite feel as safe messing around with those Initiative 5s. If you're gonna go, if you're looking for an ace, you got to go for 6.
Yep, that's fair. So, Dion, who would you bet if you were to be a gambling man?
Right now, I mean, both these players are very, very good. Here's the thing. Both of them are very patient. And while I know a lot of people were calling for these 5 Y-Wings, one of the things I expect for Samuel to do is to go slow. 1 forward to victory. Very nice and easy. Wait. See, Zam likes to play this game. This come chase me, come chase me. These Y-Wings, they have enough chunk where they can wait. They're slow. They're going to play their game. They have the thermal detonators out the back as well. Very similar idea as the, if you remember, the 5 V-Wings that happened last week. If you didn't catch our play of the game that happened last week, we can maybe bring that up here in a little bit, where 10 bombs got dropped in one turn, with all of them hitting on a T-70 X-Wing.
Was Bastion, wasn't it?
Yes, I think it was Bastion. So I'm expecting Patrick here to kind of pretend like he's coming in. He'll do something like a 2 or 3 forward, and see if he can bait the Y-wings to turn in, and then the fire spray will turn away. Patrick will be like, "Oh, I guess he's not chasing me," unless he does. I don't think he will. And then we'll kind of get a bit of a board reset.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting turn now to see where Zam goes, because a 3 bank from Zam here might be able to give her shots next turn, but then still the ability to hard one and turn away.
Mm-hmm. Now,
but I think you're right. I think it's definitely going to be a KG matchup.
Mm-hmm. Can someone explain, Sonny, to me, why these upgrades? So what he's got? He's got Gravitic Deflection and Predator. So Predator's the obvious one, right? Bullseye equals get a reroll, especially with a more powerful Bullseye weapon. Gravitic Deflection, right? While you defend, you may reroll 1 defense die for each tractored ship in the attack arc. So it...
He always has a defense.
Yeah, he always has the tractor. So yeah, he is
so he's either rolling 3 green dice or 2 with the reroll.
Yeah, exactly.
Without range modifications.
Yes. So it's a self reroll all the time, assuming that he's always words.
If they use the pinpoint tractor array,
there we go.
It means that he's always got the ability to reroll his green dice.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm not sure what the actual maths on it is. Whether is it better to have 2 with a reroll, or is it better to have 3 defense dice?
Generally, a modifier is better on average than the
extra green.
Than the extra dice, yeah, because you're affecting the dice pool that is there. And I forgot to open up the Choose Your Champion bets. I'm so sorry, guys. I was busy here chit-chatting like we do. Let's choose your champion.
So Typo X-Wing.
Oh, no, the bets are open. I just never clicked the button. Sorry.
Typo X-Wing. You're not in your own arc, but you're in the attack arc. So what that means is because you're being shot at by an opponent's ship, you're in that attack arc.
Yep. That's another one of those weirdly worded separatist cards that a lot of people at first kind of assume that it does one thing, including myself. You know, a lot of us slept on Treacherous for a while. A lot of people slept on Gravitic Deflection. But yeah, it's good. It's good. But I mean, it does feel good to have the 3 agility when you have the mods. Yeah, it's just dependent on what you're looking for. Now, Darren, I need to step away for one moment. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I got you, Darren.
Awesome. Otherwise, I'd be sat here talking to myself.
Mm-hmm. Not the easiest thing to do.
No. Who do you think who would you put your money on in this matchup, Jonah?
I gotta say, I would put my money on Samuel Dameron. I know that this strategy on the right is a tried and true separatist beast, but I want to remind everybody that in the very first qualifier that we had, the Alpha qualifier, Samuel Dameron went 6-0 with a version of this list. It's the Republic version, and I did hear Samuel Dameron say that he does like his Republic Y-Wings better, but I still think that these things can dish out a lot of hurt, especially now that they have automated target priority with the tech slot. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does with this. Who do you think, Darren?
I'd agree with you. I think the Y-Wings might have it just because of they're so chunky for Patrick to engage. With say Grievous or with Sunfac, he's then going to find it very difficult to disengage, and that's when these toys that these that these Y-wings have got. Like it's the ion torpedoes and the bombs and the ion cannon turrets and all those different things are just going to make it very, very difficult for Patrick to try and avoid it. There's a certain amount of control in Samuel's list. Now, Patrick's doing a very good job here of range control, because what he's effectively done there is Zam's got a shot on the blue Y-wing, but the Y-wing's not going to get a shot back because the ion cannon turret is only range 2.
It definitely seems like Patrick is doing a good job of making Sam make decisions early. This is the classic ace coming from 3 separate angles, and so I think both players here are very competent and are very experienced with their lists. I think it's just going to come down to execution, and we've had both of these players on stream before. Both are fantastic, so I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's certainly going to be an interesting matchup. So we've got shots here, so we're probably going to need to close the bets.
I wish I had that power.
So Zam here spends the Dooku charge, gets hit, crit. And that's going to be hit crit going onto the shields of the blue Y-wing. That's going to be shields down there. I don't think we're going to have any other shots.
I will say,
quick, everyone, Dion is away from keyboard. Place your bets now.
Do it quick. I will say that Samuel is packing 2 ion torpedoes. If he can ion Zam, and then you know what I mean, like fire sprays are so hard to pin down. It would be really cool to see Zam ionized, and then all these Y-wings just come in for the kill. That would be pretty awesome.
Chris from Lancaster likes the moving ships. So did we see a Zam reveal last time?
I don't think we did.
Now, how does that work from a point of view? Because I'm just trying to think now that technically she's in an arc, because the blue Y-wing did have an arc, but it doesn't have range. So I guess technically there probably should have been a Zam card there. It looks the case because the Zam charges are all fully charged. So,
all right, I'm back. So I did see a couple of questions here. People asking about "You should thank me" and "You better mean business." So for the end of engagement triggers, you need to be in an enemy's arc. So that means range 0 to 3 in the arc. Otherwise, you don't get to flip it. Yeah. And it is also a May. That's the other thing, is that a lot of people forget. When you're shot, that is not a May. That has to flip. Okay? But the reveal after you defend. But the end of engagement is completely optional. So it looks like my prediction kind of came true, but it looks like the Y-wings are starting to hit the gas just a little bit. Let's see if Zam's willing to to chase, or are we going to get the turn away, hoping that the Y-wings would chase?
Well, we have had a thermal detonator drop. And then we've got the brown Y-wing there taking a target lock, hoping to try and catch Grievous because they've got the ion torpedoes, but not able to. But it did give good information for red, so that red's just taken a focus there. And we saw blue drop a thermal detonator as well, so... Wouldn't be surprised if we saw a focus boost away with General Grievous here. Not only to get the rerolls, because he won't then have the ship in the arc, but it will also get in the gas cloud as a defense mechanism. So the defensive rerolls there coming from Solar Swarm. So when you defend, if the attacker is outside your firing arc, you may reroll one defense die. And not to mention potential range 3, so that he's not taking the ion cannon or dorsal turret shots. So I don't believe we have a range 3 turret yet, do we? Nope, no we don't. Whoa, 8-bit Deity's just dropped a pile of subs in the chat. Thank you very much, 8-bit Deity there.
8-bit, what?
20 tier 1 subs.
Thank you so much, 8-bit. Making this Vertigo feel a little better.
Making it rain.
All right, now Zam did end up going in between those rocks, willing to chase here. Expect the Y-wings to go full release of bombs next turn, I would expect. And Sunny decided to get in here too. Looks like Sunny likely has some bullseye action going on.
Did you say Sunny?
Yeah.
Yep, just gets the bullseye, so Predator is active. You go into blue here because blue's shieldless. It's also blue is one of the ones that's carrying bombs. Mm-hmm. And it's range 3, so you know that you can spend that focus on defense because the ion cannon turret doesn't stretch that far.
Oh, Sir Dunkirk, Sunny, Sunfuck. I mean, there's no Sunny Bounder in here, right? It's close enough. We got one hit from
but 2 eyeballs.
And he's going to go ahead and spend for 3.
Yeah, you spent the focus there.
And avoids 1 damage. Going to be taking 2, though. So that Y-wing is at half point at this time. They come fully stocked with 8 health. 2 shields, 2 cards. We're at half points there. Zam has a couple of range 3 shots.
Again, you just go into blue. Looks like we're using the Dooku charge for a crit. It would make sense to have it as a crit. You wouldn't use it for anything else.
And there you go. That'll give him a full set here.
Yep. Lost the Dooku for a crit. Spend the focus. Gets hit, crit. So it's definitely a crit going through onto that Y-wing. And all 3 are going through. And depending on what the crit is... Console
fire. So console fire says that when it engages, you have to roll the die on a hit, take a damage.
Feels bad if that one engages and dies. So checking the arcs here, and because the range 2 on the turrets, he's got no shots.
Yeah, good range control there by Patrick. Right now, completely denying the shots. Now, next turn, I would expect those ion cannons to be hot and ready.
So console file roll.
Oh no!
And he dies!
The blue Y-Wing, short for this world. Rip. Let's get some F's in the chat, please.
Losing that Y-Wing there, not only are you now down a ship, but having the charged on thermal detonators there, because that's the closest ship to Patrick's list, that was probably the one that could have caused more of a risk. So taking it off the board, Zam knows that she's got a little bit more flexibility in terms of how far she comes in.
I agree. You got plenty of space now. The tan and teal ones are the other ones that have the thermal detonator. So the ones in the front. Why did he try to engage? You don't have an option to engage. Every ship must engage each turn. So console fire triggers whether you have a shot or not. Common misconception, but that's what we are here to learn. Sam's with Y's is no slouch, though. No, did somebody saying they're a slouch? Did I say that? Or you responded to somebody else? That's probably
no. Further up in the chat, someone said that it's Patrick flying the meta list at the moment, and someone then saying these aren't players that I'm familiar with, to be honest.
Got it. Well, I mean, yeah, these Y-Wings do pack a punch. I mean, Patrick, I think right now has done an absolutely awesome job of range controlling right now. And the reality is that these Y-Wings also play this come at me type of game. And Patrick has used the slowness to your to his advantage. Using the range control, making sure to stay out of those ion cannons. And this is, by the way, this Patrick Hanson is one of our Flight Club qualifier champions. So watch out. That is an ace, like as ace as you can get. 6-0 and won his event. I believe he won with the Republic, if I'm not mistaken.
Nice. I mean, he's got a really good chance of doing some good range control here as well. So Zam can just do it one forwards now because she's not in any threat range from Blue's bombs. These Y-Wings are going to find it difficult because if they do a one bank, then Zam's still going to be out of range 3. If they do a hard 2, still it's going to be pretty tight for Zam in terms of range. And then Grievous and Sunfac have just got the ability to kind of come around this gas cloud and start chasing. But then they've got so much space towards the bottom of the board that they can just disengage as well. So I'm really impressed with how Patrick's approached this match, just from an engagement point of view.
Agreed. Now, a reminder that at the end of this round, the tickets for the Galactic Championship, will be open. So you'll be able to get your tickets, including that limited run of 100 target lock sets per planet will be available. Once those are gone, that is it. It'll be great. Rip the website. Honestly, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's on a pretty robust platform. And we haven't had any issues beforehand with people rushing it. So I'm not worried about it. We should be good.
So here we see the Y-Wings doing the hard 2 because it's white for them. Taking a target lock to acquire a lock on both Grievous and with the and on Sunfac because of the astromech that they've got. And so that's one of the ones that's got the torpedoes in the tank. And here we see the black Y-Wing doing the same. So Patrick's got to be careful because if one of his ships takes that ion, then the rest of these Y-Wings can pounce. So there we see the signals loop from General Grievous. You don't see it very often, but I actually quite like it there. It keeps him relevant. Still limits the range and still has use of the gas cloud. And there we see the slow one forwards from Zam. Probably just takes the target lock, maybe a focus. She should be out of range of the Y-Wings, might just be in range 2 of red. There we go, taking the lock. And Sunfac, maybe just a 1 bank. Hard one.
I like the hard one. Gives him lots of options. Again, range control, range control, range control. He's got the cloud for cover. If he barrel rolls to the left, he's got cloud and range. And those
and
two
the
dice
focus
and
the reroll. So yeah, I think here you take the tractor and roll towards Grievous. The only challenge to that is you will be losing your defense die, so those ion torpedoes could cause you problems. But right now you're in range of both the black Y-Wing and the red Y-Wing, so I think if you barrel roll away, you might just get out of range. Close.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Patrick's looking at the moment. First time caller, Darren, what are your top 2 kinds of crisps? That's a tough one. Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru?
Oh. Nice.
So yeah, here we go. You see, Sunfac putting himself out at range 3 is still in range of the black Y-Wing, but he's going to the red one because it makes sense, because the other 2 ships in the list can try and do some damage there.
Oh,
gets hit crit.
Rolled a hit crit.
So yep, gets the gas cloud effect, just takes a shield. But now we've got Zam that's going to go into the same one, and I would guess Grievous as well. So Zam range 2, that's where the lock is. Do we see her use Dooku for the crit, or do you save it for force? Doesn't need it.
Wouldn't need it though. 1, 2, 3, 1 agility for the Y-Wing, and is going to be taking all 3 of those.
So it's going to get half points.
Yep, half points on the red Y-Wing.
And then here we've got Grievous, range 3, unobstructed. Just so close, skims past the edge of that gas cloud. But that also means if that Y-Wing's left alive, that means General Grievous is taking some ion torpedoes.
All right, 3 hits were there. General Grievous, what are you going to do?
He's checking to see if he can use Dooku's ability.
Ah, there it is. I'm like, what? So yeah, he hasn't used it quite yet. Debating possibly using it on his attack, and there is the Dooku force charge grabbed and saying, I'm going to call a crit. And that would alter that.
Hit crit.
And gonna put a little more pain. That's a crit going into that ship. Disable power regulator. Note, you might be wondering why wasn't it hit crit? Remember, the gas cloud changes one, or may change one blank to an evade. We're assuming that they just called it verbally, and that's why only one of those crits went through.
No, it was a hit crit because the gas cloud, it wasn't obstructed.
Oh, it was not obstructed. Oh, I missed that. Sorry.
Nope, it literally just skimmed past.
Ooh,
so
skimmy.
His first Y-wing. Hit crit. I guess this is going into Sunfac. So gas cloud.
Yep.
And safe.
Easy. Next shot coming through. This is coming from the black Y-wing.
Yep.
It's going to be range 3.
You go with your ion torpedoes here. Yeah, ion torpedoes into Sunfac.
He's grabbing 4 dice. And, all right, got some re-rolls. Try it again. A little bit under on the initial. Oh, only 2.
Feels bad.
Going through the cloud, this is very unlikely to do anything, especially Sunfac already has the focus token.
And the re-roll.
Yep. We'll
no
see
harm in spending the re-roll here.
Yep. Do the re-roll first.
So cloud and focus.
Yep.
Or do you just take 1?
Oh, yeah, he's debating. He knows there's some more shots coming in here.
Because you've got another set of ion torpedoes coming in against you. At least this way you know that you've still got a dial next turn. I think you just take the 1. You're up on points.
Yep, so went ahead and did that.
Yep, takes 1.
Which Y-wing is up next? This is the red Y-wing. Another set of ion torpedoes coming in. Very good value card, by the way. If you got an extra torpedo slot, that's you don't have anything else, just slap an ion torpedo in there. It can be very handy. Good price for 4 dice attacks. 3 hits.
See, this is a better torpedo shot here. If he gets the hit.
That's a full string. That is a full string. So guaranteed to do at least 1 damage. Spend the focus. There you go. Holding on to the focus made it so that Sunfac did not end up getting ionized this turn. Going. Oh, that was
gas cloud. 0 consequences.
Oh my goodness. Clever boy. Oh my goodness, yes.
0 consequences. You get the eyeball, but you can re-roll it because you get the gas cloud ability, or you spend the eyeball.
Big
so
brain.
It saves the focus. But that is half points on Sunfac.
It is. So yeah, I mean, one damage was likely happening anyway. But yeah, that's hilarious. But then is able to hold on to the focus just in case there was more. More damage coming in. Yeah, that is definitely some ace level heads up play right there.
Yeah, I mean, most players there would have gone, I'm going to spend it because I'm guaranteed it. But actually, that shows that Patrick really knows his list, really knows his triggers and all the different abilities that he's got available to him. Mm-hmm. So here we go. Zam is You Should Thank Me because she wasn't shot at but was in an arc, can shoot against red. Possibly see a dead Y-wing here.
The red Y-wing down to 2 already. Only needs 2 more to put in the coffin. Let's see what we get. Zam doesn't have any modifiers on this one except for her target lock. Rerolls 2. Got hit crit. Watch out.
So probably got at least a crit going through.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, because it's at range 3, so range 2, sorry. So
and it takes a crit.
Well, unless it's
panicked pilot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down to 1 there.
Which is probably a little bit frustrating for Patrick that he's going to have to dedicate a ship to shoot that Y-wing.
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. Anytime you're unable to finish a ship off in a in an engagement that you're intending to remove it from the board, just the fact that you have to spend the resources of an attack to get it off the board is going to give your opponent an advantage. And expect that Y-wing, that red Y-wing, to break formation here.
Well, the red Y-wing can't. It's got a disabled power regulator.
Oh, it's ionized.
So he's going one forwards on a gas cloud, probably not doing very much. Which means it's very dangerous for him to drop bombs with any of the others. So I mean, if the tan-coloured Y-wing drops a bomb, chances are the red one's dead because you just Dooku it. Like you just would. So yeah, it's very, very interesting. Did we see any issues with the automated targeted priority? I think we might have missed it.
Let's see. So ATP, it's asking about the missed. Well, while you perform an attack, you must choose a defender close to its valid attack range. After you perform an attack that missed, so he should have at least a couple calculate tokens out there. Just go ahead, Jonah. Just ask them. Do any of the Y-wings need calculates from advanced targeting priority?
I think Tan and Teal should have because they both shot and they both missed. The only ones that did damage to Sunfac were the torpedoes, which don't have it.
Yep.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, and that's not a May, by the way, just for anybody who's wondering. It just says after you perform an attack, place place one on here. So that's one of those difference between us interjecting when there's a May ability versus one that is just a game state. This happens. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, what can he do? Now, one of the options that he could have here, Darren, is possibly taking I guess it looks more like black to me, but
it says brown, but yeah, it looks black.
Yeah, just hopping it
frog red,
right,
and then get red to bump into the back. It's not getting an action anyway because the panicked pilot, so it doesn't really matter. If it did its ion move, it would be going into the gas cloud. So there's no harm in jumping the black Y-wing over the top. It's going to be interesting to see what he does with Tan and with Teal.
Black doesn't show up well, so I improvised.
Gray is a better choice. Just so I wasn't sure which one it applies to. Yeah, usually when I do black, I go gray, just for.
Do we know what the story behind?
There it is.
The names are. We've got Sandrock, Shenlong, Heavy Arms, and Death Scythe.
I think people were saying that they're Gundam names.
Oh, is that some kind of weeb thing?
Yes. New mobile report Gundam Wing. According to chat. I don't know what any of those words mean.
What's it called? Hentai? No, anime, that's it.
Darren, come on, dude.
Anime.
That's not what you said at first. Please stop. Too much. Reel it in. Sorry. I'm getting grumpy just because I'm not feeling good.
That's all right. Gonna go cry in the corner. Is this your vertigo being triggered?
Yeah. Penalty. Yeah, you got a penalty point.
Yeah, that's fair. It looks like we're good to go. Are we dropping any bombs? Probably not.
Yeah, no, probably no bombs. I want to see where Sunny goes this turn. It's kind of in an interesting place. The Y-Wings could also try to pounce on him if you just blow through the cloud.
I think Sunfac, if it was me, I'd be doing a 3 bank to the right and then boosting past.
Ah, taking the turns to the left. I like it. Trying to trap Zam. Let's see if Zam falls in the trap.
I guess Red's going to bump into Teal. Still has the arc, though, so it still will get a shot if he's not dead. Interesting that he did the 3 bank with Black.
Yeah, I was expecting the 2 hard would have cleared, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this might be choosing to have some arcs to the front as well.
Possibly. I mean, he's still got the lock on Grievous, so still got options.
All right, Grievous, nice and casual 2 bank. That'll get rid of the stress. He should be able to boost around the cloud, though. Got some linked action.
I don't think you want to. I think you just take the focus.
Stay there. You do have a couple of arcs pointed at you at the moment.
Because you've got the 2 with torpedoes pointing at you.
Oh, you're right. Yes, there is a there's a red and quote unquote brown.
Yeah,
They're not brown.
it now says grey.
Mm-hmm.
Death Scythe. Death Scythe has a lock on you.
Yeah, it's gray now.
It's the target lock. I was making fun of the target lock. All right, and going for he's going in, Darren. He's going all in. Check this out. I think he's coming in with Zam too. They want to try to initiative kill a Y-wing.
I mean, why not?
And there's a hard turn. Though Grievous is going to have to take care of the red Y-wing if they're trying to take one off the board.
Depending on what Sunfac does.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Sunfac could do the hard 3 in. It's an interesting one to see where he goes. He's given up half points. He could just decide to YOLO it and just see what he can take down with himself. Ooh, taking the reinforce on Zam. It's not one we see very often.
Yeah,
red.
That's interesting. He went for the back. That's only going to end up working for the red and gray Y-wings, by the way.
I don't think it works for red because red's straddling.
Oh, he's on that line too? Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I got a better angle.
No, he's gone for the front. But again, that should only work.
That only works on one of them as well. Same thing on the tan one. Yep.
It just seems a very strange option to take.
Does he have treacherous on this? He does not. No.
But see, there's the 3 bank that I called from Sunfac.
Good one. I like it because now he has the ability to barrel roll in for that. No, because his arc is to the side right now.
Yeah, but what it means is next turn he can hard one in. The only thing he's got to watch out for is some of the bombs. So Teal is in prime position, as is Tan, to do some bombing work on him. Mm-hmm. And there's not very much you can do to get out of there, so I would expect to see Sunfac disengage next turn, or he just YOLOs it, because he's already given up half.
Now, Sunny trying to take out red. Is he willing to spend?
Yeah, you do. You're not taking it. Yeah.
That guarantees the kill, right? Because it's range 2?
Yeah.
Yep, got him.
You spend it because you're not taking a torpedo shot. Yeah, there we go. And boom goes the dynamite.
Red Y-wing rip. Goodbye, heavy arms. And now here comes Zam. Range 1 looking at Tan, who's currently strained because of the gas cloud, by the way. So this is 0 agility. What you roll is what you get.
This is why I was surprised he didn't take the target lock.
3 hits. Left a potential damage on the table there. So shields and a card.
And then Grievous, range 1.
Could get him to half here. Looking for points. He might also be thinking about changing targets to try to get rid of some of these mods going into Zam. Because right now he's gonna have rerolls on the teal one. He also has Dooku available to use either for Zam's defense or Grievous's offense.
I think you should pile into Tan.
I'm on that same team. I like that. Yep, he's decided. 4 dice into Tan and only 1 hit. Got to focus out there. Could make it 2.
Spending it.
He's spending it. He's like, you know what? Let the ion torpedoes come. Let them come. A true chooser of violence. An evade was rolled. That is now an additional damage there. I believe that is now half points on Tan. And here we go. Range 1 shots going into Zam. Oh, only 1 after
Feels
the
bad.
focus. Under.
Well, Teal just earned themselves a calculate. Ooh, so you better mean business.
You better mean business. Here comes a bonus attack. Spend 2 charges.
No, it's not in.
Oh, he's not in arc. You're right. You're
Teal
right.
in an arc, which is interesting because it means that if Tan has Grievous, you go into Grievous.
Yep. Agreed.
I think you'd see from the black one here. We see an ion torpedo into Grievous as well.
Yep. This is 4 dice.
Samuel just needs to start taking something off the board.
Has a rerolls. Got the average. Looking for at least 1 more. And, oh, that's an ionized Grievous guaranteed. Now, remember, the crit doesn't count for anything besides an additional ion token. And that is 1 damage and 3 ions. Likely, we'll just end up seeing a single ion token out there.
Yeah.
But he earned those other 2, Darren. He earned them.
No, absolutely. But it's good because it means you know where Grievous is going to be next turn, which means he's susceptible then to the bombs.
Yep.
And Tan does have Grievous, so the smart play here is to go into Grievous.
Yep. And remember, that automated targeting priority says you got to choose somebody in the closest attack range. You got 2 range 1 possibilities for enemies. You go at whichever one you want.
Did he decide not to shoot at all? I mean, he checked arc.
And it clearly says Grievous there, range 1.
Yep. Feels like a bad miss trigger for, or is he thinking about it?
Somebody in the chat says he clicked the wrong ship. I don't know. I mean, this is the last ship he has to shoot, isn't it?
Yep. We're St. Giles, so
Jonah, did we miss something there, buddy?
I don't know. I'm gonna jump in there right now.
Yeah, just ask. Just say, is Tan shooting?
no.
Each
He's
ship has to
wouldn't.
engage.
He's checked the arc, saw that he clearly had it, and then decided not to.
Okay.
Because if you ask him, then he might dial it back and go, "Oh yeah, I'll shoot Grievous."
He didn't want to take the Zam shot, he said.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, he's clearly missing the fact that he had Grievous at range 1, but that's not our business to tell him. That's huge. Absolutely missed opportunity there by Samuel.
Also, I wanted to ask you guys real quick. Did Sunfac have two damage on him? I had him as he was down to 2, but I only see 1 damage card.
He should have 2 on him.
It should be 2.
I thought it should be 2. Okay.
Is there one underneath him?
No, I checked and I asked them, and
Okay.
and I'll go back in.
Yeah, Sunfac should definitely have 2 damage cards on him.
Yeah, because there was the shenanigans where 4 came through, and he rolled 3, and there was like a random shot early, wasn't there?
Yeah. So it was the torpedo shenanigans that were going on.
Yeah, Aaron Knight asking why. Honestly, I think Samuel just missed it. He used his visual rather than looking at the chat because I mean it was really close.
Yeah,
It's really close, but it said range 1. But you know he just might be on tilt right now. It happens. Big game.
Yeah, it completely makes sense to not take the shot at Zam, but there's no reason to not take the shot at Grievous there.
I think Sam when he watches this back, he's gonna little bit of face palm. Yeah, and here's the thing: we all make those mistakes all the time. Like there's small things here and there where you don't notice a small aspect that could end up giving you an opportunity.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
And there's no shame in that.
Yep. Chunky Monkey's got it right. Sometimes you just don't see it. Yep. That's exactly there. Exactly. Think about how often you're like, oh, where's my pen? And it's like literally sitting in front of you, or whatever that object might be, your phone. Now
let's letter R.
The letter R. Yeah, I don't even see R's don't exist in my world. Okay, I'm no one to judge.
Sorry, the letter R doesn't exist in your world?
When I type and when I write the word your. Like I'm going to your house. I don't write the letter R very often. Like I try to pay attention to it, but even then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna and like I feel like I do, but then I don't. And it's not like a certain keyboard or anything like that. It happens on any keyboard, even when I'm writing. Yeah. But it's in your. It's so weird. I don't understand. It's when it ends a word. It messes me up. I don't understand. I have a broken brain anyway. It's okay. At least it's not something worse.
Fair. So I think we're definitely going to see some bombs. From both Teal and from Tan. But then it's just a question of where do these Y-Wings go? I mean, I don't hate the 4K from Teal and Tan.
Yeah. You got to stay engaged. You got to stay engaged here.
Zam's also got bombs, though.
It's going to be a big turn.
Because they can't go to their right.
Now, I would suspect. I mean, what do you think Sunfac did? Just one hard and just barrel roll off to the right and not worry about the bombs?
If I was Sunfac, I would be doing a one hard to the left and barrel rolling to disengage. I wouldn't want to go anywhere near those bombs. I'd turn away. Take a bit of time, come back around.
B. Bowers calling for a 3 straight rotate for the Y-Wings.
So we've got the bomb drop here from Zam. I think you still have to just do the K-turn.
Yep, and that is a thermal detonator, by the way. Just don't get it twisted.
There we go.
2112, 2 years today. Congratulations. Thank you so much for supporting. 24 months of subbing with that Prime. Remember, anybody can use Amazon Prime to get a free Prime sub every 30 days. Exclamation point Prime for a quick explanation and a video on how to get it set up. They've actually changed it to Prime Gaming now. Ooh. took a risk here.
Yeah, it feels bad landing on the rock.
Yep, and does roll for the damage. I mean, at this point, I think Sam knows that he's lost, and he's just trying to see if he can do some weird stuff, man. So you just go for it. Potential missed opportunity there for Patrick. He could have Dooku'd a crit, though he's got the bombs out there, so you know it's.
Yeah, I don't think you worry too much about Dooku'ing there for the crit. I think that Y-wing's limping as it is already.
Oh.
Dooku taking the strain. Grievous taking the strain.
Congratulations to Chunky Monkey. Said my second daughter was born yesterday. Glad I got to play Invest Live weekend. Well, congratulations to you and yours. I hope your baby girl is nice and healthy. Give her a little tickle from Dion. I love babies. I love me babies. They're so cute. All right, Zam, Zoomy. Currently in the threat range for the bombs. Could choose to boost away.
I think you just target lock 10.
Just take it.
Yeah. There we go.
Avery. Welcome to the world, Avery. This is Dion from Gold Squadron. Congratulations. You made it.
Sun fact turning away.
Yep.
See, that's why you've got me here, Dion. Calling the plays. Calling the plays.
Calling the plays. He just hangs out. Yep, and he's got an easy 1 heart. I mean, at this point, Patrick is just playing it safe. He does not need to. He doesn't need to overextend.
Yep.
Just play it nice and safe. Get in the spots where you can, and
he's not taking any shots this turn.
Mm-hmm.
I think Zam's probably only taking 1 bomb.
Ooh, Grievous though.
Oh, Grievous has taken all 4.
Good, all of them. Strain 1. Expect to be ionized. Next one. This one's in range for Zam as well. Grievous first. That's a damage.
Yep. What do we...
Not sure. But Zam should be up next.
Yep, so there's the damage on Grievous. I think they were just sorting out. They switched their the arc over to...
Zam takes a crit, though she has shield, so it doesn't really matter.
So...
Here's Grievous again. Takes a strain. Can Grievous go 4 for 4? This is a Zam call.
Dooku blank.
Blank.
Again, I'm surprised that you used Dooku there.
I mean, it's just guaranteed not taking damage. Why not? You have one shot coming in, maybe?
I'd have chosen violence. I'd have saved it for something else.
True that. So blank on Grievous, and the Y-Wing does end up taking a critical damage. Still has shields. Feels bad, though.
But then we've got 2 more coming in here.
Oof.
So this is where I'd have saved the Dooku for.
Oh, he did damage to himself, so it worked out. Second Y-Wing takes a strain. And the roll takes a strain. I mean, Zam has some choice decisions for targets this turn. Probably ends up going at 10, trying to clear it off the table.
Yeah, you've got the range 1 shot, you've got the target lock, and you've also got the probably has you should thank me later. Because that's the one where you can spend 2 charges at the end, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. And here's Sunfuck going for spin and focus for 1.
Who's Sunfuck shooting?
This is going at the tan Y-wing. He was just barely in the arc. But
really?
Nothing there. Dodge, yeah, just barely.
Wow.
Dodges. Here's Zam with a range 1 shot. Ooh, that could be enough.
Spend the lock.
Boom goes the dynamite.
Yeah, it's
gone.
It's dead.
Guaranteed.
And that's where I'm criticizing what is an otherwise great play by Patrick, but that's where I think the saving Dooku for that shot. Because if you'd have rolled under the average, you just Dooku a blank there for the Y-wing. You don't really care if you've taken a strain or a shield on Zam. Quite a long way away from half points. Probably going to see a range 1 here into Grievous.
Oh yeah.
Got the dorsal turret, so it is going to be 3 die.
Range 1. And yes, remember, this one has a dorsal turret, not an ion turret. And without any mods there, it's just 1. And got the squiggle, baby. Remember something about strained here? It does not stack the negative agility effect. Having 1 or more strained when you have 1 or more strained, you are strained, which equals -1 agility. So in order to actually reduce it by 2 agility, you would have to be strained and tractor. Those are 2 separate effects.
So Zam went with you better mean business. So fully recovered on the charges there.
So Grievous removes a strain. We'll get that cleaned up here in a sec. From taking the shot. And want to remind you guys that at the end of this match, I'm going to go over a couple more things, but then I'm going to be releasing opening up the tickets for the Galactic Championship. Thank you to everybody who, who's been giving me lots of encouragement and getting all this stuff done and people liking the prizes. I'm glad you're liking them. Our GSP artist, Corey Heald, is working on the designs for the templates and template tray. So as soon as we have those, we'll get those up as well. But I tell you, they're going to be sweet. I saw a couple of previews already. But yeah, it's going to be awesome stuff. I'm really excited for Galaxies 2021. This is going to be the biggest one yet. And likely, I know it sounds kind of crazy, but probably our biggest, not only our biggest series when it comes to like number of people, but probably the biggest one we'll be able to do, just because, I mean, we are hoping that fairly soon, hopefully by the end of the year, we're able to, all of us, play in person and we get that rolling. And then it's time to start planning in-person GSP events, right? We'll get that going. And don't worry, those of you who are, maybe you don't have a local community or not able to travel, we'll still be doing some online events as well. Galaxies isn't going anywhere. This will likely just be the largest scale one that we do.
I'm so looking forward to traveling again.
Soon. TM.
Means I can harass you in person, Dion.
I am looking forward to the next time I get to hug you.
Oh, for those that don't know, Dion is very short. Like, he's a lot shorter than he might appear.
I am 5'8", thank you. I'm not that short.
Okay, don't get angry. Short guy kicking off. A little bit of a Napoleon complex going on there.
5'8" is not super short. Leave me alone, Romer. How tall are you? Like 7 feet tall?
5'10" is, 5'10" is average.
5'10" is average? Are you kidding? On Earth or in the United States? I need these stats.
Let me check. Pretty sure it's in the U.S.
This is important.
I mean, to be fair, every time I've seen you around, you've been stood near Tyler or... well, no, not every time. But, like, standing near Tyler and Duncan.
This is true.
All right. According to the CDC, in United States, men 20 years and up, average height is 5'9".
Oh! I think my driver's license says 5'9". I'm 5'9" in shoes.
5'8". 5'8", dating profile says 5'9". And globally, let's see. Globally, okay, 5 feet and 7.5 inches is the average.
Oh, I'm above average. I'm above average. Thank you.
In China.
In the world, sir. In the world.
Yeah, we were just talking about traveling.
You see?
When Dion travels, he's above average.
Got him.
That's why he did the World Championship tour.
No, I just met a bunch of tall Australians. The South American people were my people. I was like, oh, hey, look.
Ooh, that's a sick burn from whoop steroids. At least you have something to be above average then. Ooh.
Shaking my head.
Oh, Jeff, just be above average in kindness, people.
Oh.
Yeah, Dion is above average in compassion. And X-Wing prizes.
And next. Alrighty. Well, Grievous able to execute that focus action.
Not only that, he did a hard one and then barrel rolled and focus gets him out of arc, I think. No, he's probably just still in from
yeah, I think he still got it.
black. So then just do a... Was Zam stressed then? No, can't have been. Did a talon roll. I think there was a stress there that...
It was a strain from the thermal detonator.
Okay.
Thermal det.
All this Hobbit talk distracted me.
Do. That was bad. Never mind. Again.
So no shots from Sunfac or from Zam. So just Grievous.
All right.
And whatever
here comes...
he rolls.
And that'll be 2 hits and a crit.
Yeah, it doesn't get any rerolls because of being an arc. Do you spend the focus? I wouldn't personally. Because you've got 2 shots coming in.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you are also super ahead, so if he just wants to try to get some points here.
It's twisting the knife.
Yep.
And crit.
Weapons failure. There you go. That's one way to make that attack hurt a lot less on the coming in.
Yeah, that paid off. So 2 die attack from the thermal from the dorsal turret now.
Yep. Could have been range 1, but not so much. 1 hit.
Grievous getting one defense die.
Yep, because of the strain. And safe.
Disrespect. Teal now engaging and getting the calculate. From target priority. Why is he rolling 3 die? It's an ion cannon.
Ion. Yep. Got the target lock. Rerolls both. Got the full string.
Now, can technically reroll. Yep, but he's still taking a hit and an ion.
I don't think he can. Because he's still an arc.
No, Grievous is Soulless 1 ability. So Soulless 1 is while you defend, if the attacker is outside your firing arc, you may reroll 1 defense die.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Teal
Sorry,
is
I had that
outside of
backwards.
Grievous.
I had it backwards.
Yeah, it's fine. I got you.
Thank you. Now, a reminder to everybody out there. exclamation point list. We'll give you a PDF with all the lists today.
You laughing at Jeff Wilder?
Yeah.
Are we talking about your tummy circumference there, Jeff?
Alrighty. 5 minutes and change left on the clock here.
Jeff, you might need like really big hats.
I know we were talking about like with the tall folks and sometimes the advantage you guys have with X-Wing because you can see you have that top-down view. What we did here in the GSP studio is our table is a moving table, so we can lower it. We can lower it pretty low in order to get a better top-down view. If we want, I can pretend like I'm tall too. I can get that Duncan Howard, Tyler Tippett view.
Without standing on a box.
Correct. Without standing on a box or a chair. But also, when the back isn't agreeing, we can also raise it up so that becomes a lot easier as well. I'm actually really excited about using it.
I like it. That's a nice little feature.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be an interesting one with Grievous here because he's going to be taking both bombs. But then so is Grey.
Mm-hmm.
Probably just fix that weapons failure.
Yep,
Yeah.
and hope to do something big.
It's difficult now for Sam. He needs to just try and get some more points.
Boost.
Yeah, Sam needs 115 to lead. He would have to take out all of Zam and then half of Grievous or Sunfuck.
Verkle asking in the chat, where did I get the table from? They are, it's a uplift desk, 4 legs, like 4-leg table legs. And then I got a custom top made. It is honestly, just to be forward, it is probably the most expensive thing in the studio, but I thought it was really important to have a good table that's going to keep me healthy because I want to make sure that I can, not be hurting my back playing for you guys for stream and stuff.
We all know you get cranky when you're in pain.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's true. And Sonny taking a bump on Zam. He's just docking, right?
I don't think that means what you think it means.
He's at range 0.
Yes.
And barrel rolls using the pinpoint tractor array. Remember, his ability does not require him to fully execute a maneuver, just execute a maneuver. And we are at time. Okay, let the players know, Jonah. Okay, I'm going to type it in there as well.
The clock's still saying 2 minutes.
Event time.
Okay.
Yep.
So the Grey Y-Wing, they're taking another damage from the thermal detonator. Grievous not taking anything. And taking a strain on the Grey one as well.
All right. Well, congratulations here to Patrick Hanson. I know he's going to try to get a couple more half points with the MOV. Got the hit crit off the side arc for Sunfuck. And he can spend for 1. No, he's taking. I want to hold on to this. Oh, takes a direct hit. That's half points on the Y-Wing.
Yeah, by taking the direct giving up the half points, it's It's bad. Effectively, you've just shifted your MOV when you didn't need to.
And one hit.
Again, Grievous gets.
He really wanted half on Grievous.
Yep, and got the squiggle.
But that's the downside, that by saving the focus there, Grievous only had one die but had a reroll.
Mm-hmm.
And again, 2 die with a reroll and a focus.
Oh, and nope, he's got a
Reroll
focus.
for disrespect.
All right, everybody. Congratulations to Patrick Hanson for getting that win. 26-160.
And I think the key thing to that game was the how Patrick engaged. Just that engagement was perfect.
Yeah.